You may be successful in your personal and professional life, and you're ready for this chapter of your life to include the right romantic partner. But what you've been doing has not been working. Would you like me to show you the simple steps to develop a personal profile to attract true love? On a scale of 1 to 10, low to high, how confident are you that you know exactly who you're looking for, how and where to find them, and what steps to take to connect appropriately with them? Do you know how to attract the right relationship to you? Will you ever be able to find the right love? Will you recognize it when you see it? Are you swiping left on the one who should be right by your side? Has love passed you by or gone unnoticed? Have you missed your chance on love? Are you attractive enough? If someone shows up, will you make the right choice? Do you think you have to manipulate and play games so someone doesn't stop thinking about you? Are you quality enough to attract a quality relationship? Will you get caught in a bad situation? What's holding you back? Will you know what to do when you recognize a wonderful opportunity and how to competently show you are the right one for the right one? If you are done feeling alone and lonely and ready to find your relationship dream come true, to feel endlessly in love, and you've wondered, what are the missing steps? What is it the happy people holding hands have? What's the secret? I'm going to share that with you now by sharing with you the simple steps to develop a personal profile to attract true love. Are you ready to share your heart so you never have to feel alone or lonely again, with the greatest reward of holding the hand of the person who makes you feel unconditionally loved, safe, and whole, like you have found your other half? Finding the right love for you is worth it. Developing an effective personal profile is a key step to making that happen. We are neurobiologically hardwired for connection with others. There is always a struggle in the absence of connection, love, and belonging. When you are done with the suffering that goes along with feeling alone and lonely, following these steps are the easy button to developing a personal profile to meet the love of your life. Along the journey, you may discover how to release what's been holding you back and enjoy what real love with the right connection is truly about. You are valuable and worthy of being in a partnership. When you need to read, write, or learn arithmetic, you find a teacher. You hire a tutor or a coach to hone advanced skills of arts, science, and to get ahead in physical endeavors. Individuals and businesses seek consultants to advance their careers and professional successes. How would you learn the art of relationshiping if you've never been taught or shown? How do you attract, keep, and enjoy the right love in your life? How do you learn to trust and advocate for yourself, navigate obstacles in relationships, and truly love someone? How are you supposed to know how to date to find the right relationship, especially when the dating rules of engagement have changed? The Art of Relationshiping is a comprehensive program to guide you from lonely to your dream come true relationship. Within are the steps to achieving the walking on air type of love that too few have modeled for them, include becoming relationship ready and guiding you through the dating process to identify others who are appropriate matches for you without getting involved with someone who may drag you down. Sending out the right message is key to attracting the right partner. Developing your personal profile with the right message is our focus here. When it comes to your love life, do you feel you are alone on a deserted island? Would you like to know how to go from no prospects to too many options? Let's start by considering the messages you are sending. Imagine you are alone and lonely, as if you are on a deserted island. It may be a wonderful island with everything you need, but eventually you realize something is missing. Eventually, you'd like to share the incredible life you're enjoying with someone, but not just anyone. Eventually, you may wish to share your experience with someone else, someone you find interesting who is also interested in you. You really want to be with your person, hand in hand, dancing in the sand together. You want to share life's adventures with someone who makes you laugh, feel safe, who will look out for you and care for you, who you want to care for. You come up with a brilliant idea to send a message in a bottle and throw it out into the ocean. Voila! In no time at all, you are thrilled to discover a bottle has washed up on your shore. You open it up and the response surprises you, but not in the way you expected. The message you get back says something totally different from what you were hoping. You were looking for a partner to share all the wonders your brilliant life offers. The communication you got back was nonsense. It was one-word answers. It was inappropriate, rude, all about them. And they put the responsibility of their misfortune on you? This was not at all what you were searching for. How do you avoid this person invading your island and invite the right person in to share your world? Are the messages you are sending attracting the relationships you desire? Whether you are dating in person or online, people often feel like they are attracting the wrong type of characters and attention. You can consider entering the dating pool like entering any big community. There will be all kinds of people with all kinds of intentions. The goal for you is to safely send the message of who you are, attract the right ones for you to select from, and disregard the rest. Do you realize how you present yourself determines how people respond to you? The messages you present yourself with are communicated through your body language, the way you move, conduct yourself with nonverbal and verbal communication, how you appear, the way you dress, what you do and don't say, and how you say it. The response you receive tends to reflect the message you are communicating, whether intentional or not. If your body language and verbal or nonverbal communication is closed and focused on getting from one place to the next, you're less likely to be approached. Do not open yourself up to people who have intentions that are not in alignment with yours, or things could go wrong, leaving you feeling that maybe you're better off alone. On the positive side, how do you think you could send a subtle, appropriate vibe using your body language or nonverbal communication to someone you'd like to invite a little closer that suggests approaching you will be rewarded, as they will be laughing and enjoying your wonderful company right away? Would you make eye contact? Would you smile, engage in a question, or comment on a shared experience so that you could conduct the law of attraction and invite someone a little closer into you? It will work when you initiate it. You may wonder what other people have going on that you do not. How can you create a relationship like the couples in love, sharing intimate meals together, happily walking on the beach, enjoying life's adventures, relying on one another when things get tough, and celebrating the life they are sharing and creating together? So, I'm wondering, does it sound like your love life when you're feeling alone on that island? Would you rather be excited about sharing your life together with someone, Or are you concerned because the messages that you've been getting back to you leave you feeling anxious, disappointed, and thinking maybe you just, it's not worth it, and you're better off alone? How do you avoid these negative people invading your island and invite the right person to share your world? Simple. When you're screening for your person, focus on the important stuff in the right order. If dating seems like the last thing you want to do, and you just wish you could totally be yourself without walking on eggshells or being worried about what you say or do, and you're ready to be in love with someone who utterly loves you exactly as you are, so that you feel like a teenager floating in love, then this is for you. This is for singles who are genuinely done feeling alone and lonely, stuck in an endless cycle of dating the wrong ones, and ready to attract and fall in love with the right one. This is for you if you're head over heels, if you're on the heels of a heartache and you're ready to be head over heels in love with someone who loves you exactly as you are. This is for you. What I'm about to share with you is very different, and you're about to discover why. We are stimulated by our senses, and fulfilling them with a partner is an exotic way to live. To fulfill your life goals, prioritizing what's important to you is key to achieving that everlasting love you are seeking. When you are searching for your enduring love, you'll want someone who is in alignment with the way you see life. Too often, people seek lower priority items first, and then they're surprised when their relationship is out of alignment. But how do you present yourself in a profile to attract who you want? A personal profile is a unique and personal representation of a potential partner. You may be familiar with the demonstration of living a fulfilling life with the example of filling a jar to its fullest potential. This is a representation of your life. With the biggest priorities first, the large stones in this case, are the important things, the major pillars that you find are the most important pillars in your life. These could be faith, family, friends, health, intelligence, passion. Then the medium-sized pebbles. These priorities could be your job, your career, your home, your environment, your geographic location. The jar may seem full. However, there's still room for sand and other smaller stuff that's also important to you. Pay attention to the sand in the jar. These are the smaller priorities. Important, but not necessarily the ones that will create the legacy of your life. When you choose these priorities, ensure they will help you toward achieving your life goals. Sometimes these are distractions, immediate satisfaction items, or events that temporarily attempt to demonstrate you are living your best life. There's plenty of space for that. Ask yourself, are you truly valuing these, or are you filling your jar, your life, with things to make you feel falsely full? When put in the right order, even filled with stones, pebbles, and sand, there's still room for more priorities in your jar. There's still space for liquid between the stone, pebbles, and sand. Filling the jar with water, then sand, then pebbles, then stones, and the highest priority pillars would not allow enough room for the highest priorities. Putting priorities in order will help set you up for success. Recognize again, if you prioritize the smaller things, you won't have space for the important things that matter most to you. The same is true in life and choosing a partner. Pay attention to the things that are critical to your happiness that will fulfill your life. Too often, people focus on the less important things that may seem exceedingly valuable at the time. I hear people say things like they just want a warm body next to them. They will wish for more specifics soon enough. Social status and money come and go. Looks and age, they just go. Well, what are the most critical elements that will change your life by inviting a partner into it? These are the priorities that will make lasting love not only possible, but inevitable. This is how to choose the right partner. The Art of Relationshiping presents the 3 simple steps to develop a personal profile to attract love to you. Are you ready to invite the kind of love you will want to love for good? Are you ready to be wildly in love, the kind of love movies and songs are written about? But you find you're not picking well because when you are brave enough to send the messages out that you're available, you get wrapped up in someone who leaves you feeling less than, unworthy, and you lose your self-confidence and self-worth and your sense of trust, as well as any hope that there is someone out there for you. Are the messages you're sending attracting the relationships you desire? Much like developing a resume helped you position yourself for professional success, understanding your personal profile, whether you use it for online dating or not, will help you represent yourself accurately so someone will fall in love with the real you. Your goal is to attract someone who is attracted to the real you. That way, you don't need to be someone you are not. No one can maintain an act of being something they are not forever. You are the right kind of attractive to attract the right kind of partner. We crave connection. However, we are not taught to connect, how to find or how to be in meaningful relationships. There were no Relationshiping 101 classes. Many of us didn't have great role models at home, in our family, in our community. We don't know what we don't know, but now you will. Love is only 3 steps away. To find love now, we're going to develop a personal profile to attract true love. Step 1, develop your personal attraction profile. Step 2, create the vibe that reflects your personality in images. And step 3, up-level your relationship. All relationships follow a similar pattern. They go from chemistry to casual to committed. We're going to start out in the chemistry phase of a relationship. This is where the law of attraction begins, and it brings you together. Just like cells are drawn magnetically together, you will find yourself drawn to someone for some known or unknown reason. This discovery phase upon first encounter literally changes your chemistry. As you learn about one another, your brain lights up and ignites your hormones with a serotonin rush, an endorphin high, and a flood of oxytocin, the cuddle hormone that encourages bonding and love. When you do new things, especially enjoyable ones that stimulate your senses, you excite your brain, your body, and your emotions. You may find yourself floating in a euphoria of massive dopamine hits, like eating too much chocolate. You may not be able to stop thinking about your new person, which gives you this good kind of natural chemical rush again. Maybe it's so good, you find yourself forgetting other things like, did you put your shoes on? And when you hear your phone ring, you light up again. Your heart skips a beat and you bite your lip, hoping that it's that special someone. Music sounds happier, colors are more vibrant, and you become optimistic and resilient. The chemistry phase of a relationship brings a natural high that makes you feel as if you are on cloud 9, walking on air and can take on the world in a positive way. As we become accustomed to the chemistry phase of a relationship, we shift into a more casual mode. But let's focus on chemistry to get you into the game at this point in the process. Here's where we're going to start. When you know what you're looking for, it's easier to find. How to develop your personal attraction profile for dating. Here we go. The essential tips to building an online dating profile that really works. The first step to feel desirable, attract, keep, and enjoy the right partner is to find the right partner. Here is our guide to building the best online dating profile, and carefully consider who and what you are looking for. First, describe your ideal match. Consider what your highest priorities are, truly. Then get specific. Once you make your description, see if you can add specifics. For example, many people enjoy travel. Do you prefer domestic or international travel? Do you stay in 5-star hotels with friends, go camping, or do you prefer to have everything taken care of and planned in advance? Or do you prefer the spontaneity of playing it by ear? In fact, you may have an adventurous spirit, but you enjoy the adventures of being right at home in a smaller area, and you can see the highlights and be excited with an adventurous spirit every day without traveling to a new location. 2, how would you describe yourself and what you bring to a relationship? Consider who you really are right now. You're perfect exactly as you are. Present yourself accurately so you attract who is attracted to your authentic self. What's your persona? What qualities do you value in a relationship? Okay, ready? Write a clever headline and include the right images to attract more attention. For example, living in Seattle and loving the song, I've Got Sunshine. Perhaps your headline could be an open-ended question such as, how can I be your sunshine on a rainy day? You can create the vibe that reflects your personality and the image you would like to project in your pictures. We're going to get into the details of your images, and we're going to select up to 5 to describe who you truly are and your core values. We're going to include a headshot, quarter, three-quarter, and a full body image to represent your brand that personifies the most significant version of you. At this point, when we're talking about headlines, you might want to start to allude to that sort of thing and the way that you enjoy your life. Do you like to dress up? Do you prefer to be more casual? If you're adventurous, include a photo of you traveling. If you love the outdoors, snap a picture of you enjoying nature. Let's talk about you and what you're looking for. What activities or hobbies do you enjoy participating in? Like really, it's a common theme that everyone likes to go hiking and this and that when they're out in the world. If you're going to put that, actually mean it, because you're going to attract someone who enjoys those similar things. So be your authentic self and let someone know who you truly are. Are you interested in meeting someone who's divorced, widowed, never been married? Are you interested in meeting someone who has children? What personality traits and characteristics, values, and physical traits are attractive to you? Do you best describe the type of partner you would like to be with? Relationship hangups or deal breakers. This is for your internal use only, and I'm going to go into a little bit more detail on the red light deal breakers a little bit later, but use this to screen candidates out so you're focusing your time wisely. For example, if you love being out on the water and your prospect gets seasick, consider whether you're willing to compromise on that topic. If you are going to stay in a geographic region, You can make it clear that this location is vitally important to you. These types of deal breakers should be in the big pillars, the larger stones and rocks that you're putting into that jar. Because if there are things that are just an absolute nope, that doesn't make it in a relationship, make sure you know what those are so that you're not wasting your time or theirs, and so that you're freeing them up to find their match, and so that you can find yours. You can create a wish list that contains all the traits and qualities that your ideal match would possess. It's important to create a list, but note how many traits on your list are like really deal breakers or good to haves. What are your love languages? How do you give them, and how do you respond to them? Do you appreciate words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, or physical touch? And in what order do you prefer to receive them? When you're meeting someone, when you're at the up-leveling the relationship portion of this relationship, it's really a wonderful idea to try and figure out what order their love languages are in, so that you can invite them to you and appeal to them in a way that they can understand. What's your dating mission statement? This is really all about what are your ultimate goals in dating? Are you looking for fun? Are you looking to build your career? Are you looking to build a family or a home? Are you at a point in your life that you launched children and you're really looking for a companion? Are you looking for someone to share the rest of your life with so that you don't die alone? Again, for your own information, define who your family is. And family includes relatives related by blood, or I call relatives related by love. This could be extended friends, it could be pets. Who really is in your inner circle? Because when someone is dating you, they may be having a relationship with them as well. So realize who is your family, and what kind of family would you like to invite in? Define your professional life. You don't have to offer your resume, but provide highlights of what you're passionate about and where you spend much of your time. These are the highlights of putting together a profile. You may consider what have you learned about yourself along the way and other things you'd like to consider. This is how you get lots of insight into what you want to include in your personal profile. One exercise I use is to talk about your core values. And if you know like your top 5 core values, it's a great idea to use those in your profile. One, to send the message that you appreciate faith and family, that you highlight adventure and you like living in the moment, or you're all about teamwork and responsibility, or your big features include, or your core values include integrity and communication, trust and loyalty. If you're putting those in your profile, you're really sending the value statements of who you are. Another great exercise is to go through a values list and consider the top 5 values of someone you'd like to invite into your life. They don't have to be the same values as yours. They can be complementary values. For example, if you are a high energy person and you are very anxious, you may like to invite someone who brings a sense of calm into your life. Or if you're already very stabilized and you're looking for a sense of adventure, you might want to invite someone who's got that excitement and sense of adventure as a core value. You are perfect in your ability to be unique as your wonderful self. No one can compare to you. It's vital you share your genuine self. Eventually, your true self will show through. Posing as someone you're not is a surefire way to push a relationship out of alignment. when you can't hold up that false front any longer. Present yourself well and make a good first impression. If you are who you say you are from the beginning, your relationship will be based on honesty and authenticity. For example, Lisa has found her dream come true relationship, and she says, "It's like a warm rain when we are together. It's the first time in my life I can be totally myself without walking on eggshells or being worried about what I say or do. I am utterly myself, and he wants more of me exactly as I am. I am just floating." All right, let's go to step 2. Let's create the vibe that reflects your personality in images. And I want to share a little insight with you from another client.
Hi, my name is Terry Roseman, and I've been working with Michelle Hoffman at relationshipping101.com for the last several weeks, and it has changed my relationship with myself and with the online dating process. Whatever type of relationship you are interested in working on, Michelle Hoffman is the person to reach out to help guide and coach you through the process. I've went from not wanting to have anything to do with online dating to having fun with online dating. And I invite you to have fun with your relationships as well by reaching out to Michelle Hoffman at relationshipping101.com.
Imagine yourself as my next success story. Terry has found herself with her relationship dream come true. Everyone has a story. Would you like to take a pause and know a little bit about mine? Do you recognize any of these organizations? I've spent over 35 years working with the companies you see represented on this slide, helping them improve all of their relationships within their organizations and with their clients to attract the right relationships. I have always been the go-to person for the real conversations to help people navigate the hard stuff. On a personal side, I dreamed of meeting, dating, enjoying the thrill of getting engaged and marrying my dream come true. And it happened. We had the most incredible romance, trusting partnership, and we built a life, a home, and a family together. It was perfect until he died, leaving me head of household, sole parent, and you guessed it, single. The pain of loss was so great, I thought I could never love again. But I figured it out. And I also created the guide to help others through these types of life challenges to live a full and happy life, just like I am. I'm Michelle Hoffman, international best-selling author, speaker, and relationship specialist. I've helped thousands of people understand their relationship challenge and discover their relationship dream come true. Do any of these sound like your relationship dream come true? I trust myself in intimate relationships. I can negotiate difficulties in relationships. I know how to navigate obstacles in relationships. I trust myself to advocate for myself, and I know that I am confident when taking on new challenges. I'm safe to bring up difficult topics, knowing it will bring us closer. I am visible, seen, and heard. What I say and do matters. I know how to bounce back from mistakes. I no longer get stuck in negative relationships. I deserve to be in a healthy relationship. I believe people like me. I am matchable. I am lovable. I am enough. I'm really good at helping people get from Pain Island to Pleasure Island. I help people go from lonely to love. Here's how I can help you find love now. If you're single, you could be asking yourself, what are the new dating rules of engagement? How do you send the right message to attract the right partner? How do you go from lonely to love? To live your love story like me and the countless number of people I've guided to attract true love. Okay, enough about me. Let's go back to talking about you. How will you attract your ideal using and creating the vibe that those images will send that will set you apart? Your profile is an investment in your professional and romantic future. It's important to stand out and get the recognition you deserve. Your headshot is your cover letter. Okay, let's start. The main profile picture is your headshot. How to look approachable? Swap out the selfie stick for a best friend or professional photographer to snap that picture for you. The formula for the most desirable headshot: look straight into the camera with a nice smile, use natural light, style your hair, get a groomed face for a man, use minimal makeup or your look. Use a simple background like a brick wall so that you are the feature. And think about how you will be perceived. Who would your ideal mate be attracted to? And remember, your eyes are the windows of your soul. So what are you thinking about when you're really ready to connect like you mean it? Okay, a few don'ts. Don't wear sunglasses, baseball hats, or stone cold face. Don't try to be mysterious. If anything, all of these things make you look hard and unapproachable with a hidden agenda. It's interesting because you may be thinking of something that you're not ready to share with someone, but what comes across is you're hiding something. They just don't know what. So make sure that your images have context and that there aren't like other people or animals or that something that needs an explanation. What we're looking for is for you to be represented in a beautiful light so that your potential partner, your perfect match, will quickly see, it's you I've been looking for. The do's: embrace who you are. If you have curly hair, let those ringlets shine. And if you wear glasses, throw them on for your picture. A little bit of acceptance and self-love can go a long way in finding true love. Show your style and be well lit. Okay, second photo is the full body shot. Dress in an outfit that makes you feel like $1,000,000. That dashing suit you wore to your best friend's wedding, the little black dress you wore out for a girls' night, or your favorite pair of jeans. Exude the confidence as if you were walking into the room and you made eye contact with your perfect match. What would be the background music bopping in the back when you walk into the room? Have that feeling, because that's what your match is going to see when they see this image of you. Showcase you and no one and anything else. Save the photos of your hot sports car, pets, expensive dinner, and group shots with friends for your social media accounts. This is not about them. No group shots with people cut out. Make it really intentional so that you're showing yourself and your brand. Your third photo is the lifestyle shot. It should be a conversation starter. This is your opportunity to give a glimpse into your everyday life. It's you in action in your favorite activity, hobby, or passion, like cheering at a football game, or donning your favorite team's jersey, or hiking a mountain if you really do like hiking. Make sure the activity doesn't detract from your looks or hide your face. Give someone a reason to engage with you and ask a question. Steer clear of the bathing suit photos that attract the wrong kind of attention, and show off your physique with a fitted dress or nice button down. But what I would say is if you are showing sex, then somebody may be attracted to you for that. And if that's not what you're looking for, make sure that you're exuding the right message. The fourth photo is the bonus shot. The fourth picture is like a freebie that gives you the freedom to post another full body shot or headshot that shows you in a different light. It could be you wearing a casual outfit, dolled up, or a fun photo of you laughing. This is where you can include your pets for sure, or things you love to do. All right, highlights. Get some help. Take some new photos. The photos should be taken within the recent couple of years. All photos should be crisp with no blurriness, no bathroom mirror selfies. Be yourself in your photo. Maintain that honest and true consistency of who you are throughout your profile of photos. It's about marketing yourself to attract the right person to you. You should have a variety of images. There should also be some variation in your outfits and locations. You need a combination of photos that are close up, full body, candid, natural, have varied backgrounds, and don't seem forced or posed. Your photos should tell a story. And if you are going to use these images and this personal profile for online dating, know that you can raise your position in the algorithm by switching your photos around or changing something in the words in your profile. That's going to give you a boost and bring you up as if something is new, and people are going to want to see you again in a new light. All right, here we are. Step 3. When you know who you're looking for, they're easier to find. How to up-level your relationship. Michelle guided me to love myself enough to find my soulmate. When I found her, I knew immediately she is the one for me. And I knew how to show her I'm the one for her. Are you excited that this can happen to you? How to screen for the right one for you. We're going to look at the green lights first. These are the go lights with unique attributes, demographics, and then that chemistry that pulls everything together. When you're clear about who you're looking to invite into your life, you'll be able to identify them when they show up. People have asked me, do you believe in love at first sight? This is how I believe in love at first sight. When you know who you're looking for, it's easier to recognize them when you see them. You don't want the relationship to pass you by. Know where you are at in life and what you'd like for the rest of your life. Find the intersection with someone at a similar point in their life with similar goals and desires that they want for the rest of their life. Identify your core values and complementary core values of the partner you'd like to invite into your life. And determine the other things that you prioritize and value, like faith, family, fitness, finance, career, energy level, intellect, etc. It's also important to know how to screen for the wrong ones for you. These are the red flags. So what I'm sharing with you is obstacles and pitfalls in the dating world. So when you've set your priorities, it will provide you with clarity to determine who you will consider quality enough to share your time and energy on. Would you waste a moment of your precious life on someone you would not consider a quality match in another arena in your life? These are the primary things that form the foundation of relationship success, making lasting love not only possible, but inevitable. Are you ready to position yourself for success and determine how you will go about discovering this incredible relationship? Whether you are attracting people organically in the real world or using online dating apps to invite them into your real world, Are you picking the right people to choose from? Let me tell you a little bit about the Thatcher effect. This is something that happens almost every single time you get excited about someone who could be a potential prospect. Let's say you've up-leveled the relationship, you've cleared that they are who they say they are, you have identified a point person who knows where you're going to be, who you're going to be with, and for how long, and you're going to follow up with your person to let them know that the date is over. You're meeting in a public place, and you are excited to meet this person because they might be your dream come true. And as you are getting ready for this date, you start to future cast all the ideals of what could go right in this date. And you are thinking far off into the future. You're riding off into the sunset with this person, and you have idealized this to no end. So by the time you walk into, let's say, the coffee shop or the restaurant where you're planning on meeting this person, you've got an idea of this person and the relationship that is astounding. And it's a very clear picture for you. And then when you meet them, they may not be exactly as you thought they might be, because you had filled out the picture in a way that is comfortable for you. Just like when you look at this image of gorgeous Adele, your brain has probably figured out a way to be comfortable with this picture. But if we were to turn it around, let me show you what it really looks like, because your brain made some of this up. The reality is that it's a very uncomfortable picture to look at because her features have been turned upside down. Well, let's bring her back to her beautiful self as we know her. But this is essentially the Thatcher effect. So what I would love for you to do is get an idea of who this person is and who they could be in your life. You can go ahead and future cast, but it's important to understand that you realize what you're doing so that when you meet a real person, your expectation is to be curious, be a curious detective, and ask lots of open-ended questions. And rather than feeling like an interrogative type of date, share an experience together so that that will bring you closer together. Rather than having an idea of what this person might be, actually find out who they truly are. And with that, let's talk about some more green flags. What I've learned from my clients is when they find somebody who's interested and takes care of themselves, these are the kinds of people they feel really good about staying connected with and moving from chemistry to casual to committed. And again, this particular module is mostly about that chemistry phase of how to present yourself well. So you're sending the right messages out to have the right high quality people attracted to you. Let's hear a little bit about a client of mine who's on the journey.
For like the first time ever, I do love myself and I do love who I am.
That's how working with the art of relationship can change things for you. But then there's questions that come up when you're on the dating adventure, like, how do I ask the right questions and how do I make it so it's fun? Because I don't know how to ask those
Michelle,
questions.
now I know how not to have a boring conversation on a dating app. I'm enlightened. I could just start saying, hey, what's a great place to go and listen to live music in your neighborhood? I'm in San Diego this weekend. Where's a great spot for brunch? And then when they tell me, I can ask them if they want to go with me.
See how fun that could be? All right, let's find out. Are you relationship ready? When you dive into the dating pool, are you looking to have someone save you? Is that what you really want? Or Do you know with certainty that you are relationship ready and you can identify others who are relationship ready so you don't get mixed up with someone who might drag you down with them? When you are relationship ready, you will then be able to go arm in arm, hand in hand, and jump on into the relationship of your dreams. The real problem is the entire approach to dating has changed. You haven't sent out the right messages to establish the foundation of a brilliant relationship from the beginning. And this has resulted in you feeling defeated when you are rejected by the wrong people, by the way. Are you secretly worried that if you're too old, too out of shape, have too much baggage, aren't accomplished enough to be in a brilliant, loving relationship, and you've run into the same relationship challenges, so you've lost your self-worth and confidence? Do you fear you will grow old feeling like you wasted the most beautiful years of your life, not having the energy and fun you see others having? If any of that sounds like you, then I have good news. None of those are the real problem. Those are just the symptom. This is for you if you're done feeling alone and lonely and you're ready to find the right love of your life, to enjoy life and enjoy the relationship exactly as you are. The real problem was you didn't know the 3 simple steps, and now you do. And once you follow them, you'll wake up with the kind of attention that will boost your ego, energy, vitality, and confidence in all the right ways. You'll go to bed and enjoy pillow talk. You'll feel valued and valuable. You will stop waiting to enjoy life. You'll look forward to life's celebrations. You will look in the eyes of your partner and love the reflection you see. You'll feel safe, happy, content, and at peace. And your sex life will return. You'll want to be seen naked. Consider this. Have you felt like your relationship challenge may sound like I'm stuck in the same patterns? Deep down, I don't feel worthy. I don't trust myself in intimate relationships. I don't know how to navigate obstacles. And you'd like your relationship dream come true to be, I know how to attract the right person and co-create a healthy relationship. Stop imagining, start doing. I can show you the step-by-step process of how to build a successful relationship. Simple reasons why relationships do work. You've set those priorities that are the stones in the jar in order. You've identified the lifeline of your relationship arc. That's where you're at in life and what you want for the rest of your life. And you're looking to invite someone in at a similar intersection in their life. You have complementary core values. You know what your top values are, and you know complementary core values of the person you'd like to invite in as a partner. And you've taken consideration of family, faith, fitness, finance, profession, temperament, frequency, lifestyle, their potential or capacity, and intellectual connection. And these are the elements that create a hazard-free relationship. Now, all relationships go from chemistry to casual to committed. And if you want to know how to up-level a relationship, you do that with communication, trust, and respect. You up-level a relationship to bring you closer by having consistent and reliable communication. That builds trust, and that builds respect. And as you grow together and move from chemistry to casual to committed, then you keep going through that spiral and you become closer. You trust one another more. The respect that you have becomes greater. And that's how you invite someone in to that inner circle to be an intimate partner. It will never be possible for you to achieve peace in your relationships without understanding the beliefs that may be keeping you stuck. If we keep doing the same thing, we'll keep getting the same result. With the art of relationshiping, you can attract the perfect partner as you are. Here's a little story about Mr.
I am
Wright.
giving this testimonial for Michelle Hoffman and her most amazing services. So I hired Michelle probably about a year and 2 months ago. And the first time I paid her, I had a really hard time with it. I thought, what am I doing paying somebody to help me figure out my relationship status and what I'm doing? And so I started her program, and there were lots of things that I learned about myself. And then a few months in, I tried to hire an assistant and failed miserably in my own attempts. And then Michelle helped me on round 2, and we hired this great assistant for me. And she told me about how relationships kind of, and I've learned they follow a certain cycle, and they all have a lot of things that are similar and in common. And she reminded me that one day when I was dating, that my experience in finding an employee was going to be relevant. I had a hard time believing her, but I think now I can concur. So fast forward, I decided to try some online dating. I'm divorced. I have been for 3 years, and I've been doing the online dating thing for about 8 months and having minimal success. My goal first was to get to the second date, which I got to a couple times. And then my most recent goal has been to get to date number 3. And I mean, I almost got to date number 3 several times, and then it fizzled out, no date number 3. And not because I didn't want it, but it's because the other person didn't want it. So I continued to work with Michelle, and about 10 days ago, I met a man whose last name is Wright, and Wright, aptly known as Mr. Wright. And Mr. Wright has all of the attributes, characteristics, traits that I had identified in my last year plus of pondering and analyzing what relationships I have in my life, what works with them and what doesn't work with them. And I compiled a list, and I had spreadsheets and all these exercise results that Michelle did with me. And then I realized that Mr. Wright checks all the boxes. And so, and he's perfect for me in so many ways. And so even if this doesn't last for a long time, I feel like I have learned so much from Michelle. And for those of you who are starting this process and thinking that's a tough pill to swallow with that price tag, my advice is you get what you pay for. So this is worth every penny that I have spent on it. And I know she's going to raise my rates now, but I strongly encourage you to work with Michelle. It has been life-changing, for real.
So nice. She is so happy with Mr. Wright. And it's fun because I always say, you don't always know when it's wrong. You will always know when it's right. And it certainly fit this scenario. Where were you 30 years ago? Sonia asked. I wouldn't have married the man I married. 15 painful years and 3 children later, the reason I'm working with Michelle is to keep the relationship I have with my second husband and to increase the relationship that I have with my children, because now I get a second chance. When I came to you, Michelle, I was undiscerning in how to make good choices in my partners. I've come a long way. I never felt equal in a relationship because of my background. This has really empowered me, so I know what I am going to say and do. I act on what's important to me. I'm not afraid anymore of saying it's not a good fit. Thank you for leading me on the quest of self-discovery. Ready to take the next step? The most successful people in the world have advisors. Would you be willing to risk some of the space on your couch, a place at your dinner table, or even getting too hot due to the warm body you love cuddling in bed? What if you felt safe, secure, comfortable, satisfied, and adored because you put the very fun effort into gaining clarity on who would actually be an appropriate fit for you at this time in your life? Would it be worth it if your friends and family saw a positive change in you because you're more confident in every aspect of your life and relaxed enough to enjoy throwing your head back in great laughter? What if you had the fast track to the right person to share life's celebrations with? Someone who would stand by you, even if things got challenging. If you haven't found your person on your own, or you find yourself repeating negative relationship cycles, it may be time to hire a coach to show you what you've been missing and quickly achieve your goal. If you can't afford to lose any more of your life to the wrong people and you're ready to be in the right relationship, ask yourself, how much is it costing you to be sad, depressed, worried, feeling like an outsider? When someone's looking out for you and you simply haven't sent the right message to let them know, what would it be worth to already be in the best partnership of your life with someone who cares for you like no one you ever thought would? How many times have you wished you could already be walking hand in hand with your person? Invest in the person to uplevel the most meaningful aspect of your life. How much money have you spent on filling the painful gap of loneliness? How many dates have you been on that ended in disappointment? What is living your best life in love with a partner who cares for you worth to you? How much longer will you wait to live your life your way? What would it be worth to you to break free from this loneliness forever? What if you could work with someone for just a few weeks and you could never be stuck again? How much would this have transformed your life? Probably years ago. When was the last time you invested in a significant aspect of your life? The critical components of your compatibility are based on the lifeline of your relationship arc, your core values, and considerations of your other priorities. You need to understand what your relationship dream come true is for you. Will you recognize your perfect partner, or might you let them slip by? How will you know you can attract an attractive person to you? How will you know how to confidently navigate intimate relationships? How will you know you're the right kind of attractive to attract the right kind of partner? Invest in yourself. Now you have a choice. You can go back to the way things were. You can keep stopping and starting with people, and maybe you'll go on a lucky date until you realize you didn't set that strong foundation for your relationship, and the fireworks fizzle, leaving you feeling worse than ever, year after year, and you'll be deeply frustrated with yourself and go back to hiding and not going to places you want to go or living your life your way. If you are done with the anxiety of loneliness and ready to really unlock your full potential and live with confidence, so you're part of a partnership that makes you feel like you won the jackpot. If that's what you want, then here's what I have for you. Going through this process and following the simple steps as we've laid out here may be enough. That's fantastic. I'd love to hear how this is working for you. If it's not, every week I set aside a few of my coaching slots to counsel prospective clients for free. These spots are very limited. You can schedule a call at a convenient time for you. And on this call, we will tackle together what your biggest challenges are so you can walk away with a proven, viable game plan to achieve the results you want. Who is this for? You must be ready to do the work and really learn how to make change that lasts without trying to go for a quick fix. You must be able to be prepared to see things from a different perspective, and you must truly want change in your life. If you can do this on your own, go find love now. Let me know how this is working for you. And if you need a little help, go to theartofrelationshipping.com and click Speak with Michelle. You can schedule time and we will work together to help you find love now.